Hi everyone, Andy here from StokeHaunted, and today I want to talk about EVPs. EVPs are probably one of the oldest forms of communications with the paranormal, and it's been used widely. Started with probably reel-to-reel tape recorders, then went on to cassette, then probably micro cassette, and then we come to the digital age, where most of the EVPs are recorded on something as small as this, which is a digital dictaphone. There's no right and wrong way to do a recording of an EVP. Obviously, the more expensive the equipment, the better quality recordings you're going to get. And like everything else in the world today, you get what you pay for. So I'm not going to give you the ins and outs of the best ways to record an EVP. I'm going to give you some advice on when recording an EVP, what is some good sound advice that we've come across over the years. First thing is, when using the EVP recorder, and they do come in various different kinds, we use all various different types. We even use a mini micro cassette DV analog. When you're in a room, wherever you're doing the EVP session, and you've got the EVP recorder, make sure that any noises, any sounds that you actually make, you do log on the dictaphone. For the simple reason, a scenario, if you're calling out, is there anyone there, give us your name, make a noise, make a sound, and you knock something. Speak into the dictaphone and say, that was me, I've just knocked something on the table, for example. If somebody coughs in the room, say it was John's just coughed. For identification purposes, you know then what really is something that's man-made and something that's possibly paranormal. I don't like running any EVPs that we've done through any software. I don't think it gives a true interpretation of what you actually heard. The only software I'll run it through as an editing program which will boost up the audio, for the want of a better term. I don't like using filters, any audio enhancements, probably noise reduction if the audio is pretty noisy. Apart from that, don't really like to add anything. Another thing I'm pretty skeptical about, and I'll share it with you today. My personal views are cassette recorders with the old cassette or the mini cassette do give better results or more honest results than the modern dictaphone with the SD card slots or the built-in memory. And one thing to bear in mind with the new digital era, these things probably come with 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte, 4, 16 gigabytes of storage. We use them continuously for recording EVPs. Once we've got the audio from the dictaphone onto the PC, we normally press the erase button and wipe all the memory off, the internal or external memory that comes with the machine. That's all well and good, but if you're technically minded, and there are plenty of programs out there today, if you format an SD card or any other multimedia card for that matter, you're not actually wiping off all the information. There is information still there that can be pulled back, and that makes me very skeptical with the modern digital era. Even though we've erased all the information that's supposedly on there, have we fully erased everything that's on there? And when we go on the next investigation, we press that record button and we hear the strange sounds that we pick up and the voices, is it something that we've recorded and that's still on the memory card that we're now over recording? That's something to bear in mind. When you think about it, like I say, I've done photography for many years now and moved like everyone else now into the digital age. And for friends and family, even for myself now, I acquired some software, bought some software, which is a recovery software. So if you've got an SD card and by accident it's become corrupt, or you've deleted the information on that SD card and then you get one of those, oh my god, Billy's wedding's on that photograph, on that card, I've deleted it, what am I going to do? Just by running it through the software, yes, it's not a quick process, but running it through the software, 9 times out of 10, if you catch it soon enough, you can pull all that data back on a formatted card. Where's that data coming from? Which just goes to prove that when you format the data, it's still stored on the hard drive somewhere. If someone can get that information back on just simple software that you can go and buy, if somebody really wants to get the software back, there are other programs out there that are pretty expensive that are used by law enforcement agencies which will get the information back, which leads me to the point of when you erase everything on one of these things, please make sure, and you can't really make sure, but please make sure when you listen back to it, think about previous recordings that you've done. Does it sound like anything you've recorded in the past? Because really you could be recording new audio over top of other audio, and that could be what you're finding, and nothing paranormal at all. So I hope you've taken some of these hints to heart, and I hope you enjoy doing EVP sessions on your paranormal investigations. It's a fun thing to be in. So this is Andy from StokeHaunted wishing you farewell, and until the next time, rate, subscribe, and happy hunting. Bye bye.